Hi, Botswan. Welcome back to another episode of The Secret Diary of My Ex. This is episode 3. Yeah. If you are new here, my name is Ohemaa. I bring interesting stories. So if like interesting stories, let's be friends. Today's stories, they are so messy and scary as well. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. And make sure you put your opinions in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share these videos to your friends for them to enjoy as well. Let's get right into the stories. Hello, Ohemaa. Please keep me anonymous, but I need to get this off my chest. I dated this guy for almost 2 years. Let's call him Yao. I met him through a mutual friend at a birthday party at Spintex. He was tall, chocolate skin, soft-spoken, and he had a certain charm that pulled me in. From the beginning, he was very generous, sending me momo without me asking, showing up with gifts and spoiling me in ways I hadn't experienced before. But there were red flags. The first time I visited his apartment in East Legon, I noticed he had one room locked up. When I asked why, he said that's his studio and private workspace and that he doesn't like anyone going in there because of his privacy. I let it slide, thinking maybe he's just eccentric. Over time, weird things started happening. Every time I spent the night at his place, I would wake up extremely tired, as if I had been running a marathon in my sleep. Once I woke up with scratch marks on my thigh, but I brushed it off as maybe scratching myself unknowingly in my sleep. But it kept happening. Sometimes I would hear whispers in his bedroom at night, and he would say it's just the neighbor's TV or they're having conversations. One day, he invited me over for his birthday ritual. He didn't want a party, just a quiet night with me and a special dinner. That night, he cooked himself, which was unusual. We had red wine and some jollof with goat meat. After eating, I got so sleepy, like someone had dragged me. I passed out. I woke up in the locked room. There were red cloths everywhere, black candles half melted into the floor, and symbols drawn on the wall. In the corner, there was a bowl filled with what looked like blood and feathers. I screamed and tried to open the door, but it was locked. When Yao finally came in, he was wearing a red cloth wrapped around his waist, his face smeared with some black substance, and he was holding a strange-looking calabash. I was shaking. He told me not to panic, but I was the chosen, and that his gods had approved of me. He said the reason he had been spoiling me was because I was his sacred partner, and that our destinies were linked spiritually. He even said the reason I was always tired when I slept over was because my spirit was working for him in the realm. Ohemaa, I swear on my life, I wanted to die that moment. I started crying and begging him to let me go. I told him I didn't want to be part of any ritual or spiritual binding. He laughed and said it was too late, that we had already crossed realms, and that if I left him, I would die or go mad. After that night, I couldn't sleep for days. I stopped eating. I kept hearing voices in my head. My mother had to take me to her pastor, who revealed everything. Apparently, this guy had tied me spiritually using sex and blood rituals. That birthday dinner I ate had my own blood in it. He had taken it from me whilst I was sleeping in his house. We did days of deliverance. I had to fast for 21 days. I nearly lost my mind. I was seeing things, shadows walking past me, strange voices calling my name at night, and even dreams of him laughing and chanting in a language I didn't understand. After I finally regained my strength, I blocked him everywhere, but he would still find ways to reach me. Once, he sent a girl to pretend she was from a modeling agency and that they wanted to sign me. But when I arrived at the meeting point, I saw him sitting in the corner with the same calabash on the table. I ran. I relocated to Kumasi for a while and changed my number. My life is only now beginning to make sense again, but I still feel like I'm being watched. I hear whispers sometimes when I'm alone and still wake up tired on some nights. Ladies, not every man who buys you gifts love you. Some of them are trading your soul for wealth and power. Please be careful who you let into your life and always pray before getting too deep in a relationship. Thanks, Ohemaa, for letting me share this. I hope it helps someone. Hey! Oh God. I'm speechless. Wow. I just thank God that you were able to survive this. Prayer is key. Sometimes when you feel something in your spirit, you just know that something is not right. But we always try to brush things off. So sorry about what you went through. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about this? Has this happened to you? Let us know in the comment section. Now let's move on to the second story. Ohemaa, keep me anonymous, but I need to get this story off my chest before I run mad. I stayed with a monster for 2 years, and honestly, I still can't believe I survived it. I met a guy when I was doing my national service in Takrady. For the context of this story, let's call him Kobe. He was charming and very kind. He made everyone feel like the most special person in the room. Our first date was perfect. He even pulled out a chair for me and opened doors like a true gentleman. But what I didn't know was that I was being love bombed. The first red flags should have been how quickly he wanted us to move in together. I was hesitant, but he made me feel like it was us against the world. Within 3 months, I moved into his apartment, and that's when the horror started. Kobe had a very strange bedroom preference. At first, he told me that he liked things a little rough, but I thought it was just a play. It wasn't though. He would tie me up, slap me, choke me, and at some point, he would record it, even without asking for my permission. I told him I didn't like it, and he would get angry and say things like, "So you think another man will accept you if I leave you? You are damaged goods now." Ouch. He didn't stop there. He would punish me for not doing things exactly the way he wanted. One time, I didn't fold his shirts properly, and he poured pepper water into my underwear drawer. My skin was burning for hours. I cried and begged him, and you know what he told me? Next time, fold them right. Hey. I started to isolate myself from my friends and family because he would accuse me of cheating every time I stepped out. If I took too long at the market, he would say I went to meet another man. If I smiled at a delivery guy, he would delete all the male contacts from my phone. And then it got darker. He had this whip, yes, a real whip, that he claimed was just for bedroom fun. But he once whipped me in my sleep because he said I was moaning another man's name in my dream. I didn't even remember the dream. He locked me in the room for 2 whole days without food. When I tried to call my mom, he snatched my phone and said if I ever try that again, he would send my naked videos to my father. What kept me there? Stupidly, I thought I loved him. The worst part, the sex was addictive. He knew how to use my body against me. He would abuse me and then make it up to me with rough sex that left me confused and emotionally drained. He was a master manipulator. One time, I caught him texting multiple men. When I confronted him, he beat me up so badly that I had to lie to my co-workers that I fell from the stairs. He said it was my fault for snooping through his phone. And the next morning, he sent me breakfast at work, like nothing happened. But the final straw was when he started threatening my younger brother. He said if I ever left him, he knew where my family lived and he wouldn't think twice. That night, I packed a small bag and told him I was going to buy food, and I never returned. I stayed with a friend and eventually moved to a new place. But for months, I kept looking over my shoulder. I still get nightmares. I blocked him on everything, but sometimes I'll get calls. And I just know that it's him. I'm telling my story because I know I'm not the only one who has suffered in silence. Some men aren't just toxic. They are evil. Very evil. This one was evil. I'm still healing. And even though I left physically, I'm still working on leaving emotionally. If anybody is watching or listening to this story, if a man ever shows you signs of sadistic control, emotional manipulation, or physical abuse, please run. Run, run, run. Don't wait. Don't give excuses for him. Love should never hurt like this. Yeah, love should never hurt like this. There are some people in this world who are like this. That's what they like to do. And it's so sad that some people get addicted to this, and then when they move on to the next partner after surviving this, they will like that person to actually do the same thing to them. It damages you. If you are in such a relationship or situation, please run. Anyway, what do you think about this story too? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you have a story or something that your ex did to you that you want to share to us, this vault is open. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and share this video to your friends. Thank you for watching. Till I see you in the next secrets. Bye.